can't see shit on my screen with these glasses on. What's up?
Hola.
So I am shanghaiing this poor woman right here because when's the last time you've seen this fucking thing on the channel? And this poor girl's getting her first 3-hole today. This thing hasn't seen the light of day since like November, and it is now June. This bike is filthy, it needs an oil change, and it's about time I stop neglecting all of my vehicular things. So I'm gonna make her do it. But yeah, so we're doing a simple 3-hole oil change on the bike today. I bought all this from the Blockhead shop, which makes it pretty simple. So, oil, 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 transmission fluid and primary fluid, filter. And while you are doing that, I'm gonna drink beer. There's gonna be 2 bolts underneath on one side, another bolt underneath the primary, filter's over there, fill is on the other side. Then maybe I'll wash this because, yeah, she's looking crusty. I bought this flat oil drain pan off Amazon, and it is awesome. So one thing to make sure is make sure you can get your transmission fill loose, as well as the bolts on your derby cover, because if you can't get those off and you drain it, you're fucked. So check those first. I already cracked these loose just to make sure they're good to go. Have you start draining stuff. There's one bolt right here, you see it? Take that guy off.
This is gonna be so messy, isn't it?
Yes. Now, pro tip: stop there, pull the ratchet out, and you might be able to get it by hand.
Yes.
Do that.
Except I'm right-handed, and I can't do it with my left hand.
And then just don't worry about holding onto the drip plug. When it starts coming out, you can just drop it because it's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to hurt anything. Oh! Milky.
Ew.
So the fluid, pro tip, should not look like that, but we ball.
It looks like liquidy condensed milk.
Now the transmission, milk is just about empty. Some people like to do them all at the same time. We're gonna do one at a time so that way we don't mix anything up. So if you wanna grab that plug that you pulled, I'll get you a rag and I'm gonna have you wipe that off and pull off that little black rubber O-ring. And I just love enjoying the fruit to somebody else's labor. So the Blockhead oil change kit, it comes with 5 quarts of engine oil, 1 quart of transmission fluid, and 1 quart of primary fluid. It also comes with the gaskets and O-rings that you'll need to replace. As you can see, they're all the same, except for the derby cover. That's obviously fucking huge. Now, you put this guy on there. Boop. The bolt should go in nice and smooth into the same hole.
That's what she said.
Hell yeah. Same deal. Pull out that plug. This one might come out a little bit more rapidly, so just want to give you a fair warning on that. Now if it drains slow like that, I'll show you a trick. Pull this oil fill.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's a vacuum that's caused by that.
Oh, okay.
Because it's a sealed system. So we'll leave that open. All that drains. Another O-ring, same deal. And then once it's done dripping, put it in.
That's what she said.
Okay, so one more bolt. It'll be directly under here. It should be like right there. That one is your primary.
Yeah.
The bike is angled in the direction of that, so it might come out kind of fast. Hell yeah. in addition to the Blockhead Moto oil change kit, I got on Amazon a fucking mess, but also I got all the required funnels and a nice little oil filter cap. Let's see if this one does any good, because I got my old reliable over there. Now, this you're gonna put underneath the oil filter, and it's gonna basically funnel that into the pan.
So it's like a shiwi.
It is like a shiwi. But I'm gonna put links to all this crap in the description if you have an M8 Softail. It's gonna be basically the same. Once it stopped draining, you can put that guy right back in where you found it. What we're gonna do for this guy is stick that there, and that should, in theory, drip down this, go through that hole, into that hole. So many holes today.
All the holes.
Alright, loosen that guy. Stick the end of that extension in that. It might be a little tight. Now once you can spin it by hand, just pull that out the way. Or actually, you can also, a good trick is to just leave that cracked like that and let it drain. Because when you pull that, it's just going everywhere.
Yeah.
Then you can slowly start to loosen it a little bit more and more, and you'll get the feel for it as you see more fluid start to come out. And try and hold the filter upright when you pull it out. So that side that's facing with the threads on it, up. And then you can face that just upside down on the drip pan. You can pull that out now. Wipe off that surface. Now one thing is you can see there's no gasket because sometimes that little rubber seal will stick to that surface. So whether it's a car or a motorcycle, it's very important to make sure that that's out of there, because if you double gasket it, you can leak oil everywhere. I've done it before.
Oh, proud of you.
So the Blockhead kit comes with S&S and drag specialty stuff, so we're going to put a new oil filter on. Get out of there. There we go. Don't put that on just yet. Take off the plastic.
I was going to put the plastic on.
You're putting with the plastic on?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's how it's supposed to go, right?
What we're going to do is take this little bottle of oil right here. Give me one of your fingers. You're going to put a tiny little dab just on your finger. Rub that on the edge of this. See the whole thing should be nice and smooth. Just spin it around. And then take your finger on the inside of those threads. Do the same thing. Thread that guy on. Now it should spin pretty freely, just nice and loosely once he goes on. You'll feel it. It shouldn't feel tight at all.
There we go.
Great, now we're filling stuff. We're gonna start with the oil because that's the simplest one to do. Now, Harley Davidson says 5 quarts, but what we're going to do is like 4.2, because when you do the whole 5, a lot of times it overfills a little bit, it starts to bleed out of your breather screws and shit like that, and then oil just gets on stuff. And I don't want to do that, so we're gonna do like 4.2. I'm gonna start it, then we'll check the level.
Okay.
Go from there. I find it easier to fill it with this cap facing up because it allows air to get in there and it doesn't glug 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 everywhere. Yeah, you'll get the feel for it. It's not too fast, but you'll get it. Yeah, look at you go. All right, and you're gonna do that 3 more times. Yeah, Harley calls for 5 in the engine. Like I said, we're gonna do like 4.2, and then we're gonna play a game of fuck fuck. The transmission takes a quart, and for a drain and fill on the primary, it takes about a quart. The ounces can vary just a little bit based on if it's a drain and fill or if it's a complete, like the whole system is dried out. We're gonna fill the transmission up. It's a little smaller hole, so just take a little bit more time pouring this one. And it's also such a thick viscosity. Next is the primary, so use this guy to loosen up those bolts. Look at her already understanding the concept of a parts tray, and I didn't even tell her shit about that.
Bro.
Pull out that little rubber gasket is your clutch and your clutch basket underneath all of that. Now the kit I have has this nifty little funnel. It sits in there, snaps in somehow.
Like that.
Yep. And then you add your quart of primary fluid. We have a new gasket that goes in that spot that you pulled the old one out from. And then you put that guy back on. So you see this notch right there?
Yep.
There's a notched one right there.
That's what I was looking for.
Bolts are right here. Pro tip with these, finger tight them all in, and then
That's just common knowledge.
you'd be fucking surprised. I work in aviation, and some of the people I work with have absolutely no goddamn idea what they're doing.
I may not be book smart, but I sure am common sense smart.
Hell
For
yeah.
the most part.
With tightening this cover down here, star pattern, don't put a ton of ass on it. These are small, these are a T20. At least on my bike, I've seen conflicting information about the size of these. Maybe they change them year for year or per model, I don't know. That's up to you to look at, not my problem. Okay, that's filled, oil's filled, filter's on, transmission's filled. All the plugs are tight, all the caps are on. You did a good job. I'm gonna go take this thing for a quick rip and make sure everything works. I'll let you know if I die. All right, let's start it and see what happens. Hell yeah. This is the first time I've ridden a motorcycle since literally Thanksgiving. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna make sure everything's good before I go to Ohio. It is currently Sunday. I'm leaving Friday to go to Ohio. So doing stuff last minute, as usual. Yep, Jeep feels good, dude. Oh man, I missed this. I missed riding the bike so bad. It's been a long time since I've been able to ride the bike. Life has been kind of a bastard in so many ways to me. I've talked about some life happenings a few videos ago. I'm not going to go into that. If you want to hear that, you can check up here on this video card where I'll be able to, where you hear me actually go through like some of the shit that was going on. But yeah, life hasn't been the kindest to me. And damn dude, I haven't ridden the bike in so long. I'm super excited to go to Ohio. Hopefully this video comes out before Ohio. If not, whoops. And I'm so happy that I get to like share these adventures with someone that means so much to me. Like I got to teach someone how to do a 3-hole oil change on my bike. And that's super cool. Steph's always wanted to be able to learn how to do those sorts of things. I'm really happy to be able to do that for her, you know? God, I'm hitting every single red light on Dalton Ave. And yes, this street is actually called Dalton Avenue. I'm not that conceited. I know I have a god complex or a miserable hatred of myself and no in between, but I'm not that bad. neutral fine. But yeah, I'm not riding to Ohio. I'm driving that, but I'm towing this. Hell yeah. I have a check engine light I have to figure out. Okay, hold on. That code is probably a charging system code because I've fired it up a few times without actually riding it. The thing's been on a battery tender since November. A little squeak. Whatever. But yeah, so I've gotten charging codes like this in the past where like I'll go from stop to stop to stop to stop right next to each other, and the bike just won't be super happy about it. I haven't ran the bike in a long time, so it's groggy, but it's got fresh oil, it's got fresh primary fluid, fresh transmission fluid. She's gonna be all right. I threw a little bit of fresh gas in it. Alright, we're back at the house now. As I suspected, those codes were charging codes. I forgot the code already. I had an H on it. It was a historic code in the system, but the connection's currently stable. I turned it on and off a million times. I started it, rode around, did a lot of start stops without really charging the system by putting actual load on the stator. So it didn't like that. Man, these Torque motorcycle code bags have seen better days. This is the color they were. They've got some mileage, dude, but they've held up. I do like the look of this bike so much better without the bags. But I need to have some for practicality. I might get some quick detach hard bags so I can take them on and off as needed. Or I could buy an old bagger and have more motorcycles, because having more motorcycles is always the answer. I no longer have the Goldwing. I sold the Goldwing. I'll talk about that later at another time. But yeah, dude, she is dirty. What's up? I forgot to put any type of outro to that. As per usual, it's currently 1 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday, June, whatever the hell day it is. I am going to be leaving for Ohio at like 2 o'clock in the morning on Friday, and I'm gonna try and get this video out before then. Thank y'all for sticking with me. Life has been an absolute bastard the last couple years, if I'm totally honest. And it felt good to be able to get out on the bike and be able to, finally, get an oil change done and share that moment with my partner. And it starts to take a little bit of a hold back on my life. I have a lot of things that I'm really excited to be able to do, and a lot of things I'm really excited to be able to take you guys with me to do. This trip to Ohio to discover the mysteries of the Midwest emo is one of them. Several guitar builds coming up that I'm starting to stockpile parts for. There's just a couple guitars that need to get some work done, and I still have a pile of bodies that I need to do something with, which I'll address all that at another time. I hope you guys have an awesome week ahead of you, and if you're going to Ohio later this week, tomorrow, I don't know when this is going to drop, I will see you there. Have a nice whatever the hell time of day it is, and I will see you soon.